Hey there, hi there, Libras, and welcome to your shadow dream reading with me, Priscilla B. So, in this reading, we're basically going to be like time traveling through timelines. We're going to be going into your past, into your childhood memories. We're going to be looking at what subconscious messages your dream world is trying to tell you, what your shadow energy is trying to tell you. So just like a lot to unpack, basically, Libra. But don't worry, because we're going to be doing all of this with tarot cards, and it's going to be fun and exciting adventure. So I thought we should start with a doorway into your dream world. And I have a door for you from the Destiny Oracle card deck. So kind of tarot and Oracle combined here. And we have the door of ancestors, legacy, roots, wisdom, connection, and guidance. Look at that. Your ancestors have a beautiful message for you. Okay, Libra? So, looking at this door of ancestors here, okay, what past events do you feel are affecting your life today? Okay, I feel like you need to get that off your chest to start off with. And we have wands and we have dust. Okay. So looking at this card, what does that energy really mean? Okay. So this is pretty much like your unconscious, because your childhood happened a while ago. So there's a lot of memories to unpack there. But the main message here for you, okay, when it comes to this Wands energy, this is a line in the sand, excessive force, guilt, regret, overdoing it, and too much. Okay, so in your childhood, there's a lot of guilt here, there's a lot of regret here, but you're drawing a line in the sand. Okay, Libra, you've had enough of feeling guilty about everything, feeling regret about everything, feeling blamed for a lot of things that happened to you that weren't really your fault because you were a child. Okay. So really unpacking that here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So this is going to be really what kind of helps you, and why why is all of this stuff from your past affecting you right now? Obviously, if you're feeling guilty or sad about things, we need to understand how we can move forward from that, and why we need to move forward from that. So the Eight of Pentacles, okay. Creation over time, stay in your hand, propitious, moments perfectly prepared. So you're preparing here, okay? And what you're really preparing for, okay, this for you. Skill building, craftsmanship, dedication, okay? This card symbolizes a time when you are fully engaged in honing your abilities and paying meticulous attention to the details of your projects. It signifies a commitment to self-improvement and a focus on refining your talents. The Eight of Pentacles encourages you to persevere, practice, and master your skills, ultimately leading to personal growth and success. It symbolizes a time of craftsmanship and the rewards that come from dedicating yourself to your work. Okay? So letting go of the guilt and the pain that you were feeling in your childhood, um, the way it's affecting you, it's kind of like keeping you from building your skills here and crafting your work here. Okay, it's kind of like getting in the way of your work because you're feeling all this like guilt and you're feeling all of this, you know, negative energy. Okay, to sum it up, um, yeah, I'm getting like the sense that like you're being put in a box here when you're a very creative person. You have a very creative soul and mind. So in order for you to get past those like creative blockages, you need to like release feeling bad about wanting to even work for yourself. Okay. Um, yeah. So this basically it's a reminder to rekindle your enthusiasm, reassess your goals, and seek opportunities for improvement. It encourages you to reignite your dedication to your craft or work and prevent any erosion of your skills. Okay. Um, yeah, I feel like a feeling of being disengaged or not fully utilizing your talents. Okay. Um, look at this Two of Wands. Oh, is this a Wands? Yeah, Two of Wands. Okay. This is the start of a new journey for you. Okay, the spark of your new journey, of your creativity. The Three of Cups, that's about collaboration here. Okay, and celebration too. Yeah, Knight of Discs, Three of Discs, Discs, Daring, Page of Discs, all discs. Wow, you got so many pentacles here. So much abundance. Wow. Yeah, I mean, clearly your ancestors are like, you were meant to have abundance. You were meant to work on your craft, work on your skills, think outside the box here, get creative here, and use that energy to start something really like beautiful here, something really long lasting here for you. Okay. Um, yeah, looking at all these discs, wow. Oh my God. Okay, so Two of Wands, yeah, Three of Cups. Okay, so looking here at that, Two of Wands, decisions, planning, lighting out, confident, and beginnings here. You have to draw the line in the sand somewhere when it comes to your ancestors are very clear about this. You have to draw your line in the sand somewhere when it comes to people who are trying to stop and prevent you from being your creative self and working to earn your own abundance here. Okay, they don't want you to stay is stagnant here and in this you know mindset here where you are being blocked creatively. Even your shadow energy is like, well, which we'll get into, that is also like, why are you letting these people keep you from being yourself, your authentic self? Because your shadow is like your authentic self times 1,000, right? Times 1,000,000. It's like revved up there. It really is your ego, okay? But you can't always let your ego, you know, dictate everything, okay? But you can definitely let it go out and play sometimes, right? And if it's a way for you to make money and abundance for yourself, Libra, you gotta do what you know you're being led to do here, okay? Everyone has a right to autonomy. Everyone has a right to making money for themselves. However they do that is their business, nobody else's business, okay? So, except the people that are obviously invested in your business, then that's a different story. But Two of Wands here, okay? Yeah. So again, the Two of Wands is, we just said, right? Lighting out, confident, and beginnings. Okay, planning here. The Three of Cups. Okay, this is abundance, friends. Okay, Mercury in Cancer, family, celebration, joy of union, deep connections, and gratitude here. So you have a friend here, a family member here that is supporting you at this time, Libra. They might be a Cancer. You could have Cancer like in your birth chart that's really like putting an emphasis on your abundance here. Your ancestor could have been born under the sign of Cancer that's sending you these messages. So your deep connections and your gratitude here. You're very grateful and thankful. Grateful and thankful. Okay. Now, new t-shirt slogan. Grateful and thankful. To your ancestors for these messages at this time. Okay, Libra. And then we move into the discs, okay? All about your pentacles, all about your money and your abundance. And this is very deeply embedded in your unconscious here. So sometimes it's very, very hard to tap into. It's almost impossible, to be honest with you, but you're doing it anyway. You're pushing through it anyway. You're pushing through those blockages, okay? So, page of discs. Okay. Page of discs. Okay. We have here. Okay. Okay. Where's the page? Okay. Gosh, give me the page here. Okay. We have creative naivety, trust, and awe. So it's like a little like newbie here, okay? You're a little seedling here. You're just starting off here, okay? But you're trusting in this and you're in awe of this. Awe inspired. Check it out. That's a real company that sells Scottish jewelry, which I bought a lot of pieces. A lot. I bought some pieces from them before. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So discs for daring. Okay. So this looks like the Queen of Discs. Oh, it's the Ten of Discs. Really? Okay, so we have inheritance, true wealth, ways of living, and cultivation. For the Queen of Discs, we have water of earth, sensuality, carnality, beauty, adorning, nurture, encouragement, and decadence. For the Knight of Discs, we have air of earth, thoroughness, steadiness, rigor, and boredom. And then for the Three of Discs, there's work, Mars and Capricorn, midnight of a sigh, culmination, a mustering of forces and results. Okay, so you're working through a lot of like boredom energy right now because it seems like your ancestors are like telling you that there's been a lot of like boring people, boring energy that's kind of like hindered you from like being able to explore and be more creative. Even this page of discs, like this figure looks blindfolded here. It's almost like a lot of people like haven't been able to like see the future the way you're able to see the future, Libra. And like, yeah, you guys are Libra. Try to remember here what reading I'm doing. Okay, so everything overall looks really positive here in your subconscious. It's your ancestors just letting you know, like, you have to work past like this like bored energy that has like surrounded your family lineage for so long in order for you to claim that inheritance. And the inheritance isn't like necessarily like, you know, a big pot of cash or whatever. It's more of like bringing in and manifesting abundance in your life. Okay. And then as we go into your like conscious and your subconscious, we have a surpass above. Surpass myself and my sky becomes even broader. Okay? So removing that like feeling of like boredom and stagnation in order to get to a new higher consciousness, into a new higher sense of self. And that brings in your Ace of Pentacles. That brings in your abundance. Okay? And then we have the astronomer, discovery, augury. Okay? You're an astronomer, Libra. Like, you're someone who studies the stars and signs of the universe. And what that means for you is like you're not really one of those people that just like settles for less than what you deserve, less than what you know you were born to make and create. Okay? Looking at this Ace of Pentacles, which is a wonderful sign from the universe that you are starting new beginnings here, that material is starting to form here. Opportunities are starting to present themselves. Prosperity is starting to come into the fold for you. This card symbolizes a fresh start in the material realm. Now we're dealing with like the conscious here, often related to finances, career, or practical endeavors. It signifies the potential for financial growth, the manifestation of goals, and the arrival of tangible opportunities. The Ace of Pentacles encourages you to seize the moment and embark on a path toward material success. It symbolizes a time when you can lay the foundation for a prosperous future. Okay? And that's what you want, is you want a prosperous future for yourself here. Okay? So looking at this future for yourself here, what do we have for your future? We have autonomy here. Okay? Skin, boundaries, distinction, empathy, fragility, touch, shedding, and growth. A transformation of your body here. Okay? We have your heart, love, vitality, courage, strength, core, center, emotions, and passion here. Okay? Then we have your back, your spine, and your skull, and your brain. We have a lot here. Like, it's all like your body, like your image of yourself, okay, Libra, is like being seen here and being highlighted here. Like, you want to be like more present in the physical realm, but you've been feeling this like suppression and these blockages for so long. But your abundance, that is going to be manifested through the expression of your body. Okay? Back, responsibility, support, security issues, tension, weighed down, secrets. Spine, alignment, evolution, spirituality, self-discovery, confidence, rigid. Skull, warning, danger, protection, strength, change, wisdom, transition, and rebellion. Chest, pride, express how you really feel, protection, sadness in your power. Your brain, higher consciousness, knowledge, critical nature, thinking clearly, duality. And your ribs, cage, structure, flexibility, creation, spirit, contained, expansion, and core values. Okay? So you have all of these parts of yourself that want to feel growth again. You see all these beautiful flowers blossoming like throughout your body, right? Throughout these pieces of you that make you who you are. But your body like has been, I feel like your body has been like under some attacks recently. These can be stemming from childhood. These can be, pressure points in your nervous system, in the physicality of your body that need to be repaired and healed. So, what past events do you feel are affecting your life today that are keeping you from your abundance? Let's see. We have the Six of Cups. Okay? In a beautiful way, this looks like, a mother and her child. She's sharing a light with her child, but her body is like slightly turned in like turned forward, like away from her daughter, or like your younger self, your childhood, your past self when you were a child here. Because that's what the shadow work is all about. The shadow work is about tapping into your past childhood memories, into your inner child world. And what is your inner child trying to tell you? She's handing your future self a cup full of light here. It's creating a light here. It's creating abundance here. It's creating emotional fulfillment here. Okay? So The Six of Cups, again, that's, about nostalgia. It's about childhood memories. What positive childhood memories do you have that can, like, connect you with your past, that can bring more light to your life again? Okay. Return to a simpler and more innocent times, often associated with cherished childhood memories or connections to your roots. The Six of Cups invites you to embrace a sense of childlike wonder, reconnect with your past, and share experiences with those who hold a special place in your heart. It symbolizes the need for a sentimental and joyful journey down memory lane. This card encourages you to appreciate the purity of your feelings and to honor your past while moving forward. Okay? So it's not saying be trapped in your past in order to seek emotional freedom. It's saying emotional release, moving on, and letting go of the past. Okay? It suggests that you may be ready to release attachments to past memories or childhood influences that no longer serve you. Reverse, the Six of Cups serves as a reminder to focus on the present and the potential for new experiences. It encourages you to cherish your memories without being trapped by them and seek emotional freedom. Okay, so there's this need for emotional release here, emotional freedom here. Okay,
So what do you need to let go of, Libra? Five of Cups. The sad mermaid sitting on the stone by herself, you know, wishing and contemplating what could have been or what never was, right? Like, let that go because now you have what you need. Your ancestors are giving you what you need. They're like, here you go, girl. No. But like, you have what you need here. Even these like little like light fairies here, okay? These could be your ancestors, right? These could be your spirit guides. These are the messengers here that are trying to help you not feel so sad and so alone and so isolated anymore. They want you to feel better about yourself. Now, the Five of Cups is all about loss, grief, and regret. And that is definitely something from our past, right? That is definitely something that could be from our childhood memories, right? But it says here, this card signifies a period of mourning and sadness, often associated with the recognition of missed opportunities or disappointments. The Five of Cups invites you to acknowledge and process your feelings of sorrow, whether due to past actions, unfulfilled expectations, or the end of a significant chapter. It symbolizes a need to address your emotional pain and find a way to move forward. This card encourages you to seek healing and renewal after facing loss or disappointment, acceptance, forgiveness, and moving on. Okay? It suggests that you are in the process of healing and finding closure after a period of sadness or regret. The Five of Cups serves as a reminder to focus on the positive aspects of your life, practice forgiveness of others or yourself, and embrace a potential for emotional renewal. It encourages you to let go of the past and open your heart to new opportunities. And your heart was here, right? Well, your heart's like inside your chest, right? But we have love, vitality, courage, strength, core center, emotions, and passion. Pride, express how you really feel. Protection, sadness, in your power. Okay? Time to channel that grief and that sadness into something positive that's going to bring you abundance. That's going to lead you to your Ace of Pentacles. Okay? So, that being said, how do you get there? Like, how do you release all of that? And how do you move forward? Okay. Um, we have Temperance and the Star. Look at that. All right. And your ancestors want you to know that, like, as the astronomer, right, as someone who studies the stars, as someone who really truly believes in the significance of signs and symbols from the universe and, manifesting abundance in your life and making wishes come true for yourself, they want you to see that quality that you have within yourself. It's going to take temperance. It's going to take time. It's going to look, the cup that Temperance, the angel Temperance is holding, is a cup filled with rainbow energy, with light energy, with love energy. Even in your shadow world that's very dark and negative and full of terrors, right? It still tells you to follow this. Follow the light, right? You can be the light.
Libra. You are the light. You are what is the driving force here of passion and love. In this cup, there's a heart with flames. The love and the passion and the fire, the drive that you have to accomplish your dreams is amazing. It's huge. It's bigger and brighter than you could ever imagine here. Okay, so these are the ways that you're going to be able to get through some of that pain, some of that grief, some of that loss that you've been feeling, that stems from your childhood and just stems from your past in general. Okay, this could have been like a week ago. Okay, like it might not have been like 20 years ago. Okay, but it definitely could, it could have been like 24 hours ago. Is technically your past. Okay, so it could have been from 24 hours ago. But looking at the Temperance and the Star, is we're talking timelines here. It could be, time is fluid, right? So looking at the Temperance energy and the Star energy. Okay. So your Star is all about hope, inspiration, spiritual guidance, optimism, and inspiration, often after a period of difficulty or challenge. The star signifies a renewed connection to your spiritual self and the presence of divine guidance. It encourages you to have faith in the future and to follow your aspirations. The star card is a symbol of healing, inspiration, and the potential for wishes to come true. Okay? And the Temperance card. Temperance. This is all about balance, harmony, and moderation. Okay, a time when you are called to find equilibrium and harmonize opposing forces in your life. The Temperance card signifies the art of blending and combining elements to create a harmonious and balanced whole. It encourages you to practice moderation, exercise patience, and seek inner peace. The Temperance card is a symbol of balance, alchemy, and the power of finding middle ground in all aspects of life. Okay, so that's really like what you're doing here, Libra. You're balancing things out. You're taking your time with this process, but based off what I see, that you've experienced thus far, and that you continue to experience, in your dream worlds here and in the timeline that's happening here, you are finding peace within yourself again, to show yourself love, to express yourself in a way that represents who you are, and doing it in a way where you are not concerned or worried or stressed out about, what your past, did to you and what happened to you in your past. Okay, because if you base your decisions off that, then you will live in this place of like fear and struggle, and you don't want to do that anymore. Okay, so your shadow crow message from the shadow realm is magic. Believe in the magic of possibilities and unexpected joys. It adds wonder and excitement to your life. Okay, Scorpio? So believe in the magic again. That's really the message from your ancestors, because they're in that shadow realm, okay? Like they're there. They know it. They can explore it. They're, supernatural, right? So yes, your ancestors want you to experience wonder and excitement in your life. Maybe for the first time, or maybe for the first time in a long time, because it seems like since even just maybe yesterday, for example, you could have been experiencing a lot of grief and loss, and that was leaving you in a place of feeling sad, and they don't want you to feel sad anymore. They want you to experience all the beauty and love and light that the universe has to offer you. Okay, so take care, Scorpio. Love and light always. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.